Welcome to the Incubator Media. This is Let's Talk About It. Welcoming you today to another refreshing edition of Let's Talk About It with King Emmanuel on the Incubator Media, your number one online youth radio. Today we'll be looking at power of self-image. Power of self-image. The last time we were talking about the power of positive mentality. And the positive mentality is to reinforce in you a self-image of a successful person, a self-image of undefeated fellow, a self-image of someone that is determined to succeed at all costs. Remember, man is the key player in every endeavor or in every groundbreaking of event. Man is the key player. It's either it make it happen or it never happen. And equally, to break an old record and set a new record, man is crucial. These abilities are not meant for animals or for fish or for birds, but are meant for animal. And my question to you is, what do you want to do? Break the old record and set new one. That's what God has made us to be. That's what God decided for us to be a pace setter, to be somebody setting a new pace, to be a trailblazer, and to be a pathfinder, because our life is supposed to be better off. Today is supposed to be better than yesterday, and tomorrow is expected to be better than today. But there are things you need to do. How much you discovered determined how much you can accomplish. That means that your discovery will determine your recovery. So how much you're able to discover about yourself today, about success today, will determine how much success you achieve tomorrow. And that's why you need to pay attention. Human capital is the real capital in the business world. And of course, when we talk of human capital, remember in our previous edition, we talk about networking. We talk about self-worth. We talk about building your capital. What are the capitals? Your goodwill. People that you meet. People that, can be of help to you. People that you interact with. People that at their recommendation can cause a paradigm shift in your path and in your situation. People that you can look up to. Those are the wealth. Those are the capital you can build that can make recommendation of you for something great. Because who you are aspiring to be at this moment will determine who you eventually end up becoming. Whatever your aspiration is at the moment will determine what you will eventually be in the future. Let me share with you a little story that was told about a cub. And of course, when I say a cub, that's a young lion. I don't know where the mother went to, but the hunter saw it and pick it up, put it inside the bag, and bring it home. And he was living among the sheep, and they feed together, go to the stream to drink water, and return. Okay? And they do this over some period of time, of course, eating, drinking water, moving around, growing up, was seriously growing among them without not recognizing his identity was with them. There was a particular day they went to drink water and saw lion at the other side, and they all ran away, including him. At another time, came into drink water as usual. So bend his face to the water, saw his image, and then look around at the others, so that they did not resemble any of them, but actually resemble the other animal they were running away from at the last time they had an encounter. Okay? And so, what did he do? The next time the animal appeared, the lions appeared to them. Instead of him running away, what did he do? He crossed the water to the other side. He joined them, wagged his tail, and he returned with them. This is a graphical illustration that our poor self-image has blocked our dignity and reputation. What can I do? What can I do? Ask yourself these questions. These are the things you can do. Number one, who are you? Who are you? What is your identity? What did you discover about yourself? That if up till now you don't know yourself, then it's still not too late to do anything good. Anything good has no time. The time you make up your mind, that's the time to do that good. And the first question you ask yourself is, who I am? Who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? Because where you are going is the destination of your goal. So ask yourself this question. What can I do? So many things we can do. Pause. Ask questions. Determine who you are. Go online. A lot of supplementary texts are available to determine who you are, to determine your personality trait, your temperament, and then to determine some other ability that you have. All this are available online. Check to determine who you are. And when you are done with this, check in society, somebody that has similar things as you are. Someone would definitely have, because you are not totally different from others, other than we have some distinct features. But as somebody that has what you have, check what they've done with such similar things that you have and read up about them. Can make such your mentor, so that your path to the top could be made faster. Then it will not answer, why am I here? You are here because of two things: lack of information, which some will call ignorant, or because you refuse to move. Because until you realize where you are, you would not know whether to move forward or to retrace your steps. So you need to know where you are and check if you're supposed to be there or not. If not, then you know what to do. Whether you're moving forward or you're retracing your steps to correct your error and to start intelligently. Then where are you going? It's where am I going, not where are we going. And that's why it's dangerous for you to follow your friends, or they're making decisions for you. Or that everywhere they want to go, you just enjoying the company of your friends and you keep on keeping the company at the expense of your life. That will not be wise. It's better to be alone and to achieve your goal, or like someone said, better to be a lone ranger and be successful than to be in the company of friends and be a failure. Okay? So, all these are pointed to the destination of your goals, and goal can be either be successful or failure. And like my mentor will say, that there are two tears in life: tears of joy and tears of regret. Tears of joy and tears of regret. Consider this. Robert Schuller said something. Success. Robert Schuller, if you've read his popular book, Tough Time Never Lasts, but Tough People Do, it says something. Success is never ending, and failure is never final. Success is never ending, because there's always room to improve, always room to succeed, and failure is never the final. Failure could just be a response to certain reaction that you make, but you can still start more intelligently. Someone has said, right? Failure can be a comma, certainly not a full stop. You can still try, you can still attempt, and you keep on attempting until you succeed. Remember, Robert Schuller said, success is never ending and failure is never final. Right? I will still go back to God because that's whom I've known as source of success. God sent you to the world through the mystery of redemption as a pathfinder, as a pace setter, and as a trailblazer. Now you see, the change of equation is the redemption. Man lost everything that God has provided, but redemption through Christ bridged the gap and restore you back to the original plan. And what's God's original plan for you? Is that you should be a pathfinder, a pace setter, and a trailblazer. Remember, there is a star in you. There is a star, a glorious one in you that is waiting to be unveiled. It's waiting to be released to your world so that your world can see the kind of star that you have. And that's why you must answer those other questions. Who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? What can I do? If you answer this, you see that star waiting for you and you see it being released to the world for others to see. God's revealed his thought to the people that want and his plan to those that care about his plan. God revealed his purpose, his thought, his intention to the people that want, and his plan to those that care. Every plan for tomorrow is at God's prerogative because he's the only one that knows tomorrow, certainly not you. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of your time. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of your time. How do you get wisdom? Fear God. Fear God. The fear of God, the beginning of wisdom. The volume of information that are designed for you to be able to sustain your success is in clear terms in His Word. The information you require to process, to be successful in this life are well written in His Word. In Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7 and 8, it says, wisdom is a principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all that getting, get understanding. If there's anything you're running after in this one, should be wisdom. It should not be just knowledge. And of course, you know that wisdom is when knowledge are properly and well applied. It changes that information to wisdom. So hence, whatever we'll be running after in this world, whatever that we wanted to do in this place, you should be after wisdom. And he said, wisdom is a principal thing, and with all that getting, get understanding. He said, exalt her in verse 8, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou embraced her. That shows something. When you demonstrate wisdom, when you show wisdom in all that you do, and people see that wisdom is synonymous with you, it brings you honor, it brings you to high places, it brings you fame. Fame that people go through the other way, cutting corners and trying to get by all means. When you have wisdom, you have it. I remember the time of Solomon, everybody heard about the wisdom that God gave to Solomon. Because man cannot give you wisdom, only God does. Only God does. In James chapter 1 verse 5, he said, if you lack wisdom, if you desire wisdom, ask from God that give unto every man without partiality. When you ask him, he will give it to you. So wisdom belongs unto God. And he is He will make it available unto you at every point in time that you ask him. So that shows that you need to keep partnership with God. You need to show the thirst, the desire to walk in wisdom. Wisdom is the gateway to every success you can think of in life. And that's why all that you may seek after in this life, seek for the wisdom that comes from God. Seek for the wisdom that God has made available for everyone that will ask from him. And that's in Proverbs chapter 4, verse 18. It said, but the path of the just is as a shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. The path of the just, the path of the redeemed, the path of a child of God is as a shining light, and it shines more and more unto perfect day. That shows that you are not supposed to have a better yesterday. Every day of your life should be better. He said it shines more and more. Not that it shines less and less. No, it shines more and more. That the result of your hand, that wherever level you get to in your life should be an evidence that you are shining from glory to glory. That's what it's saying here. You shine more and more until the perfect day. That shows that your life should constantly experience the progress, constantly enjoying the hands of God, constantly enjoying successes in all that you do, success in every ramification of your life. These are all that has been provided. In Jeremiah 11 verse 32, it said, my plan for thee are thought of peace and not of evil, to give thee an expected end. It plans to give you an expected end. It plans to enhance your self-image. Because when your heart is right, of course your image, the reflection you are showing, your image is a reflection of your heart makeup. So when your heart is right, your life will be right. Your steps will be ordered correctly and in a rightful manner. And your words will come with discretions. And your words will be right as well. This is what is expected of you. Self-image. Self-image. Power of self-image. Who are we? An agent of God. Who are we? A son of God. Who am I? A child redeemed of the blood of Christ. Who am I? A joint heir with Christ. Who am I? The one that represents God and to execute his dominion purposes on earth. Who am I? The one that sitteth with God in high places, far above principalities and power. Who am I? The one that cannot fail, because God cannot fail. Who am I? The one that cannot forsake, because God will not forsake. Who am I? The one that will not be afraid, because he that watcheth over Israel neither sleep nor slumber. Who am I? The one that will not fear darkness, because he said, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, because God is with me. Who am I? I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Who am I? I am the project of God. I am the image of God. I am the representative of God. I am the one that every mountain should bow before me. I am the one that the valley will be closed up before me. I am the one that the Red Sea will parted before me. I am the one that will walk in the wilderness for 40 years and will not fall sick, nor my clothes worn out, nor my sandal equally worn out. I am the one that will be in the wilderness for 40 days, 40 years, and no hunger, no thirst. No negative experience, no evil, no hand, no wild animal. Who am I? I am the one that stepped into Jordan and Jordan dried up. Who am I? I am the one that walked around the wall of Jericho 7 times. And on 7th day, the wall crashed and sank, because I can walk just ahead of me. I don't need to climb anything, just walk. That shows that the wall sank into the ground. Who am I? I am the one cast into the lion's den. And the lion became my friend. Instead of to hurt me, they rather keep me. Who am I? I am the one that was cast into the fiery furnace. And the Son of God appeared there. The 4th man appeared there. Who am I? I am the one that is able to interpret the dream of Pharaoh. Even when I was not with him in his room to interpret, to know the dream that I had while he was in his room, and to be able to interpret the dream. And the one that Pharaoh said is only by throne that be greater than you, but you take charge of this city for me. Who am I? I am the one that will not be with Nebuchadnezzar, but will have a dream and will forget and will call, and God will bring the dream to me and give me the interpretation. Who am I? I am the one that is able to do all things through Christ that strengthens me. I am the one that is able to surmount every mountain. I am one that is able to handle every task. I am one that is full of wisdom and of the Spirit of God. I am one that walk according to the principle and dictate of God. I am one that seek God every day. I am one that hear from God every day. I am one that is able to see the invisible and do the impossible. I am one that dare the undareable and do the impossible, because greater is he that liveth in me than the one that liveth in the world. This is whom I am, that I'm the one that will not experience any failure anymore. I am the one that will not experience any defeat anymore. I am the one that is born to win. I am the one that is born to conquer. I am the one that is born and he placed my feet on the high places. I am the mystery of God. Who are you today? Pose the question to you. Friends, this is a serious matter. Not something you can play around with. God has made everything available for you. The ball is in your court to play according to his rule and to be what God has said you be. For me, it's success, not failure. For me, it's victory and not defeat. For me, it's abundance and not scarcity. For me, it's prosperity and not poverty. For me, it's progress and not backwardness. What is it for you? What did you see? What did you see? Till we'll see next time on this same platform, the Incubator Media. I, your host, King Emmanuel, keep on telling the world who you are. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Say the word. Let the world know that you are not here by accident. God created you for success and victory. Then go and succeed in your world and experience success and victory even in the midst of your enemy. Bye-bye now.